We wanted to talk about the SNL 50 anniversary concert.
The homecoming concert.
The homecoming concert that happened on Friday night, on Valentine's Day. Which there's a whole bunch of SNL shit coming out, but this was like, I didn't know this was happening at all.
Yeah.
There's a ton of performers. There was like Miley Cyrus,
Jack White,
Devo, Jelly Roll,
Vedder,
Jelly Roll Vedder.
Jelly Roll
that
Vedder.
was a combination between Jelly Roll and Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
A mutant kind of molding.
It was like in Beyond the Thunderdome where like Vedder was on Jelly Roll's shoulders and he was like talking for him.
Imagine Jelly Roll hanging from that.
Actually, it was the other way around. Vedder had Jelly Roll up like.
Imagine Jelly Roll hanging from that piece of like stage equipment.
Jelly Roll climbing the rafters, just fucking
just tearing the whole
entire
thing down.
just comes down.
I thought Jelly Roll was the lone bad performance, like that I could look at and just say I didn't like that. Now, it also could be just like my bias. I'm not a Jelly Roll fan, and like doing Johnny Cash. I don't know if Johnny Cash was ever on SNL.
No.
Like what's the connection? Like I know the White Stripes played on SNL a bunch of times, and like Jack White has,
and I'm sure Neil Young has.
Yeah,
and they played a Neil Young song.
Yeah, so they're like paying homage to artists that have performed, either artists themselves or artists that are deceased or whatever that have made SNL famous or something.
I guess so. Yeah, that was like everyone kind of did. They did like a cover of an old song and then like one of theirs, and like they usually paired up like someone older with someone newer, but not in every case. Like Miley Cyrus did one with
Brittany Howard.
They did like Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Queen, which like I don't think Queen was ever on SNL. They could have been. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
And then Miley did like one of her songs. But yeah, back to Jelly Roll.
Really dig into Jelly.
Jelly Roll was the lone like that was the like one of the weirdest things that happened on with the whole show. Like they introduced Jelly Roll. He comes out to sing Ring of Fire, and it's like
he does Walk the Line first.
Does he do?
He does two Johnny Cash songs.
Homie can't really walk any lines properly, if you know what I mean.
Damn.
Because he's fat.
Shit. Coming after Jelly Roll.
Sorry.
I mean, we are going to come after him, though. But he does Walk the Line, and then he does Ring of Fire. Yeah, I forgot about that. And everyone else had, like, a partner, but it was just him. And, like, he's not a dancer, you know? He just walks up on stage, and you could tell he looked like he knew it was going badly, and he was bombed. Like, his vocal register is not
Johnny Cash.
It's not Johnny Cash. Like you could like barely hear him, and then he would look out in the audience and be like, "Come on, everybody!"
He kept saying like, "We're playing country music," like just reminding you that I am the representative of country music here
right now.
Even though Bonnie Raitt came out and fucking like
destroyed.
Absolutely crushed.
Yeah, Bonnie Raitt was great.
Queen did play SNL, by the way.
Queen did play SNL. Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry,
we did our
probably
research. All of them. I mean, Johnny Cash may have.
He may have.
Point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been on for 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, I thought it was great. I know there's going to be a bone of contention here, but like I thought they picked cooler people than I expected them to. Like I didn't expect the B-52s to come out.
The B-52s.
I didn't expect Devo to come out.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen drumming on both accounts, which is sick.
Yeah, Fred Armisen being the house drummer.
Fred's one of those guys. You can name many. Cena. You know, guys like that are really holding on to hair that they don't have.
Yeah, he
especially
kind of is.
for Armisen. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah, I saw him
news.
on Fallon. He's got like a spot like
big
in the middle
spot.
of his head.
As a bald guy that embraces baldness, like it's not that scary.
He's gonna have to let it go soon.
You're gonna
do
have to
the
go.
beard and the bald head.
Yeah,
come over to
the dark side.
The dark side. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you said you thought it was really great. I thought that like the production of the whole show just seemed very like. I don't know. It happens when anything is like live on TV. Like there's going to be some unexpected like technical difficulties, but like it just seemed like every performance was like a little bit awkward, and the vocals weren't like great for everybody, and it just seemed like not that well rehearsed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how. Like we've been pummeled with like mega concerts lately. Like in 2025, we had the LA Fire Relief mega concert, whatever, at like in LA. We had the Grammys, and now we had this.
Yeah.
and I mean, all the like, I'm sure Jelly Roll was at all of them because he's
Yeah.
just like the guy. But like a lot of these figures, like mega stars of music that like just show up at everything. Like Brandi Carlile's everywhere for everything.
Yeah.
You can't really. I can't imagine you have much time to really put something super tight and legit together in like not that much time.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I liked about it. I like
Oh.
that you got like all these super talented people, and it wasn't micromanaged to like the umpteenth degree. Like I feel like we see so many like things like that are either like hyper produced to an inch of their life that they feel
Yeah.
like AI fucking generated, like absolutely like sterile or whatever.
Yeah.
But like just like letting Will Ferrell go up there with Anna Gasteyer and giving them like just 6 minutes to do.
I
their
mean, that
thing.
was great. That was funny as
What
hell.
was it broadcast on? Was it like Peacock or was it just for like online and then?
I think it was on both NBC and Peacock.
It was on
okay.
I watched it on Peacock.
So-
And then
like-
like the Lonely Island thing, that was great.
that was great. I mean, so, none of the, like some of the performances were good. I'm not saying everything was shit, but I think it was, and I said this before, I think it was after Jelly Roll where I started noticing things where I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing?
he's such a
Like,
hater.
what decision was made here? Like, Jelly Roll was so confusing, dude. Like, like he did not know what was it. What, go back and rewatch the Jelly Roll performance.
Well, here's
I
what happened when
promise
I
you-
watched the Jelly Roll performance. I was like, well, that was bad, but I know David Byrne's coming up later. And
David
you're
Byrne
just like,
wasn't that good, dude.
He
was
wasn't.
fucking. He was not that good. Arcade Fire came out. They sounded like a mess.
They
Like,
that
they
mix
got
was the worst
uncanceled.
mix.
yeah, that was.
Well, Win Butler. Was
Win
like-
Butler is.
he was
very
doing a
happy to
victory
be there.
lap.
Yeah,
was
he
just
pointed
like,
to James Franco and he was like, "You and me, dude, we're back. I am delivered. Can you believe it? There, we're back."
But like he was the only guy walking in the
Yeah.
stands, and
yeah, he was.
I
walking
did
the
say
thing.
that I thought that the Robin David Byrne performance was good.
Oh, I didn't think that was good either.
So I thought that was really good.
I thought them doing Dancing on My Own was like okay, and then they went into This Must Be the Place, and I thought the vocals just didn't sound that good, and like I don't know, like every time they flashed to Robin, she was like looking out in the audience like for approval, and then they would like flash to the audience, and everyone was just like you see Paul Rudd there like.
It's the most famous people on earth. You're
I
not
know
gonna
it
get
was just
people losing
weird
their
to
mind.
watch, dude. It was just I don't know.
I
Telling
mean-
you, Jelly Roll threw the whole thing off. It was just such a weird outlier. And then he came back up with Snoop, and that was
What?
really bad. Did you see that?
I don't
one?
remember that.
Yeah, Jelly Roll came back
What
up
did
with
they
Snoop,
do?
and they did like this rap country version of Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god!
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Jelly Roll was doing like high notes there instead of doing the Johnny Cash.
Sick.
And he was like fucking with his in-ear monitor, like he couldn't hear what was going on. He sounded so bad. He sounded like a jelly roll being put into an oven. Like it was
Nice.
he was,
There we
his
go.
voice was like ah! Like it sounded like shit, dude. It was so
Yeah, I mean, I didn't let Jelly Roll
Jelly
put
Roll
a pull
tainted
all
everything. It tainted everything.
Like the Lonely Island thing alone was
That was
enough
good.
to get like that out of my
Gaga's voice
I like
is
that.
incredible.
Gaga
Yeah,
was
he was
great.
great.
Anything.
yeah.
The Vedder, I loved Vedder. Him
Vedder
playing
was good.
Corduroy was sick.
Yeah, Corduroy was cool, and then him coming out doing the Jack Sparrow part for
was
Lonely Island was great because that's my favorite Lonely Island one, the
No,
Jack
I'm-
Sparrow song.
Yeah.
This is the tale. That you know that one?
No, I don't
Oh
know.
my
I know
God,
like
it's
Dick
so
in a
funny.
Box, Jizz in My Pants, you know, the classics.
And they gave them like a whole medley with like a huge
Yeah, it was-
production,
it was good, yeah.
bunch of people coming out. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Some of the jokes, like Mulaney's Linkin Park joke,
Yeah.
was so fucking funny.
The Linkin Park joke was very good. He said, "What was it?"
He was like, Lorne Michaels loves performers. I remember when I was a writer coming to him and being like, is there any chance that we could
Yeah.
cut the second Linkin Park song to get my sketch on? And he goes, no, we don't do that here. And he goes, he was right. The country needed to hear a version of Bleed It Out
Yeah.
at 12:45 a.m.
It's so awesome too for like someone like John Mulaney who like had like a coke problem at the time, just to walk into Warren Michaels' office and be like, cut Linkin Park.
They're gone.
Cut the one people that the one like performers that like need to be here to do two things.
Yeah.
Cut the second
Get
part of
them
what
outta
they need
here.
to do.
Me
yeah.
and Nick Kroll need to do
We have
matzo balls or whatever the fuck
we have
that's
something
called.
genius prepared. Yeah, that's funny to think about.
Jack White was very sick too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of badass they gave him the closing slot.
Closing out,
you know?
yeah.
I mean,
Over over David Byrne, over like big legends.
Another
Yeah.
fucking victory lap for my boy.
Yeah.
It's great.
What do we think about post Nirvana? What was the thoughts
See,
on post Nirvana?
I saw that clip before I watched the show. So
Yeah.
I think it was like Stereo Gum or somebody put out just
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
clip of the performance, and I was like, oh, this is so bad.
Yeah.
Like he just wasn't hitting the notes. And then I watched it and it was completely fine. Like I think they posted literally the worst part of the performance. I
Possibly.
think choosing to do Smells Like Teen Spirit was really the fuck up.
That was what I thought,
They
too.
should have done Rape Me or something.
I don't know about Rape Me. Maybe
Rape Me.
Lithium?
I was thinking, heart-shaped box.
Yeah,
or,
something like that. Like-
In Bloom would have been probably more fun.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
picking like the most iconic
Yeah.
song where like I feel like most like because they just did the LA Fire where they had
like, Saint Vincent.
and then his daughter come out.
Yeah, and someone else too, I
Um,
think.
Was it Kim Gordon?
Maybe.
It was probably like Beck or Kim Gordon. They always get like
or like
those three.
Joan Jett.
Yeah.
Joan Jett,
Joan
yeah.
Jett,
And I think
yeah.
Kim Gordon was there playing guitar or
Yeah.
something like that too.
Okay.
But most of them stay away from Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah,
It's the most
yeah.
iconic song.
It's the
And I-
untouchable.
And I thought he did a pretty decent job. I mean, it's not like Kurt Cobain was like a fucking, pitch hound.
Right,
It was
yeah.
like always on.
Yeah, he wouldn't be disappointed by that performance.
I did
can't
think
believe
it was
they
a little
did that.
lame that like he came out smoking a cigarette and
that's-
then put it in the
stuck
guitar. I was
it,
like,
That's what I thought about.
He's
on,
always smoking. He's perpetually smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
There's never not a ciggy in his mouth.
and I am glad that they didn't make Nirvana do like White Iverson or something.
Yeah,
like,
that
they
would've been terrible. Like,
Smells Like Teen Spirit and get
Yeah.
out of there.
wow.
Yeah.
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 that would've been awesome.
Grohl looked a little haggard.
he
Looks
did
like it's
look
been a
hack. I
rough
mean, he's
couple
coming
months.
off that fucking
Yeah.
that pregnancy announcement.
Yeah, he's having a tough time
Yeah,
out here.
he did look a little haggard. Pat Smear always looking like
Just-
like so happy he's not dead and people didn't forget about him.
And
Like,
Chris
"Can you
Novus,
believe it?"
and Chris Novus, like just looking like a wood shop teacher. Like he's about to teach you how to make a birdhouse.
He's about
like,
to give you a C- on your key hanger that you made.
a little crooked.
Fuck were you thinking?
Your bearing edges on this box.
A
are
lot of
kinda
wood
fucked
glue
up.
still showing up here. Got to sand that off.
Did you follow all the directions?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that performance wasn't bad, but Post Malone, like I was just a little bit disappointed by like his presence because during the pandemic he did a
Yes.
full Nirvana like live stream. It was back when like during the pandemic when all these celebrities were doing like cool shit.
Yeah.
It was with like Travis Barker, and they played like
So many Nirvana
an hour's
songs.
worth of Nirvana songs, and he like crushed it. It was
He was
awesome,
so cool.
And then he came out like now he's all countryed up, and he's he has the cig and the Dallas
folded
Cowboys
hat,
ears,
yeah.
the folded hat, and it looked like he didn't really give a fuck. Like he was like he didn't sing all the parts of
Yeah, there was a couple times where like he would like wait for the
He would
chorus to be like
wait,
half
yeah.
over.
yeah, and then he would like step like he would step
the
away from the
pedal.
mic to step on the pedal, and I was
Yeah.
just like I feel like he maybe used to be a bigger Nirvana fan, and now he's just like yeah, fuck it, it's fucking
Yeah.
nothing to me now.
He's like, I'm a Brantley Gilbert guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more about Brantley Gilbert.
I'm Hank Williams, whatever
Yeah.
one did the Monday Night Football
Keith
song.
Urban.
I'm ready for some football. I don't know about you guys.
I wanted to do the Super Bowl, not the halftime show, just the song.
The pump up song. Are you ready for the football?
Yeah. So people so badly want Nirvana to exist again.
Yeah.
So bad. And cuz like the headline always whenever some singer joins Nirvana, which happens like once a year
Yeah,
at this point, it's like, "Oh my god, Nirvana, reunited."
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
always
I saw a thing, it's like, will Post Malone tour with Nirvana?
Dude, I would love that. I would
No.
their
go to
new
that train
lead
wreck.
singer. Yeah,
Well, and comparing the one to like the Fire Aid one, I watched that one, and
I didn't
the
see
mix
that.
was terrible.
Oh, really?
Like
Maybe-
you could like Saint Vincent could not hear herself at all. She kept
Yeah.
taking her in ear out and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Saint Vincent crushed it when they did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
she
good.
did Lithium, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
I saw her like 2 days before she did that performance in like real time that year. It was so cool.
yeah. I maybe that's why. Man, I didn't see the Fire Aid thing, so
Fire
like,
Aid thing was not very
I didn't see like a live performance that was actually like a train wreck. So this one felt not like a train wreck. It just felt a little bit like thrown together and like a little bit
probably
weird.
was.
Yeah, it probably was.
I bet you they were pissed about the Fire thing because they're like, damn,
They're
dude,
like, that's gonna
another
take all
mega
of our
concert.
gravitas.
Stop stepping on my toes.
Tell you what, Cobain's daughter was Fire Aid. She performed the best. I forget which song she did.
I didn't know she did that.
Or was it Dave Grohl's daughter?
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
Violet Grohl.
Francis Bean.
I thought it was Francis
really?
Bean.
I don't know. I didn't see anything about
maybe you're
that.
right.
I think it was Dave Grohl's.
I don't
Was it
think
Dave Grohl's
Francis
daughter?
Bean
Okay.
performs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she was the best.
Yeah, she's a
I think
pretty.
she did Man Who Sold the World.
Yeah, she's a pretty incredible singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Dave Grohl's daughter. I remember
Okay.
seeing a post.
She's
about that.
he has like 3 daughters. Well, now he has a bunch of kids. But
We don't know how many daughters he
Yeah,
has.
we only depends on a couple more revelations to really get to these. He's
so
the
fun.
Elon Musk of grunge.
dude,
It'd be so funny just once a year. It's like, well, another daughter for Dave Grohl.
He's like, you're not gonna believe
You
this.
can't.
but hey, I'm hosting a barbecue
Yeah,
cookout benefit fundraiser.
We're gonna have Nirvana play.
I was in it.
Everyone's
I was
like,
in
Dave, enough with the Nirvana.
Jelly roll.
Jelly
New
Roll's
Cobain.
gonna do B. Cobain. Yeah. God, dude, that Jelly Roll performance. I was just.
really
I,
shook
wanted,
you.
I almost.
I mean, like, it's insane how fixated.
He's
he
I
is.
shook.
almost brought my computer, my monitor, so we could watch it in real time, just so we could react to it. Because it was, I mean, I was laughing my ass off. I was just like, dude, what are they making him do?
Well,
right
how about
now?
you include it with the next episode that we do when we react to live performances?
Yeah, maybe we
Well,
should.
I don't
yeah.
know because SNL.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get
They're
shadow
like-
banned.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, SNL's gonna fucking take us.
We'll
down
cut it
again,
out.
but-
We'll cut it out and put it on page.
But yeah, overall, what would you rate?
yeah.
I would give
show.
it like a 6.5. I was
Okay.
like,
That's pretty
I
generous.
mean, there were some good performances. Like I thought Bonnie Raitt was great. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
performance of "I Can't Make You Love Me" was awesome. Whatever song she played first too was really cool. And
I
she
didn't
just
know
has.
she could fucking play guitar like that.
She's
That
got
slide was sick.
she can play guitar and she's got an amazing voice. Like
70,
still,
like 4
yeah,
or something.
still,
like that.
yeah. I thought Miley was pretty good. I thought Flowers was a good performance. I didn't like her and Brittany Howard though. I thought that like I wanted a little bit more Brittany Howard, and she
I
had to
agree.
leave the stage.
But
yeah.
Miley did a good job of like trying to hype the crowd up. 'cause
Yeah,
it's the first
she did,
song, she's like
yeah.
calling people out. And
Yeah,
stuff.
she
Miley's
did.
voice is incredible.
She's got such a good
Unreal.
voice. Yeah. Wasn't a fan of the Nirvana thing. It's just like there's not a ton of excitement there with like reuniting Nirvana
Yeah.
anymore.
It was a big deal at the Hall of Fame.
at
but-
the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
but now it's like
Well, it was the
fuck
first
they do
time in
this
like
fucking-
a year.
Yeah,
You know,
they do
so.
this 10 times a year. Like,
Pat Smear's just got every January Nirvana reunion.
Nirvana reunion
for the next
Let's
10 years.
go.
that's his full time salaried job.
Foo
yeah.
Fighters Nirvana
Nirvana
reunion.
reunion.
Germs reunion.
Germs.
Get Darby out.
Yeah, they did try to replace Darby. Did you know that?
How could you?
They had a Germs movie, and like
That's
the guy that like starred in A Walk to Remember with Mandy Moore like played Darby Crash, and I think he was going to actually replace him. I don't know if I remember reading that. But
It's
yeah,
like, how do you replace someone who was blackout drunk and just let people
Just,
like,
like,
draw swastikas
with, like,
on his face? Like watching fucking Fall
like-
of Western Civilization Part
know,
1,
you're
you're like, what?
these
is
guys
this?
were neo Nazis, possibly.
If
Not
Post Malone
sure.
was less famous, he'd let people do that, I think.
Just with a tattoo.
Well,
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Yeah, whatever
I
you
don't
want,
give a fuck.
Hey, I got a swastika on my cheek, man. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, man.
What? Yeah, Jack White was good. Arcade Fire, I was just like, I don't know, I was over it. Like it just seemed like such a mess. And then they went out into the crowd with the Preservation Hall jazz band, and like you just heard like this tuba that was just like. It was like, and they just went to commercial, and I was like, thank God that
St.
was over.
Vincent was playing with Arcade Fire.
Yeah,
which
she
was.
was,
Like,
and
but
they
like
didn't-
they had her like
like
what
kind of
was-
tucked away in the back.
Well, she
Why?
was playing the Heroes lick with that like
Yeah.
weird like machine.
Yeah, but
that was the lone like where I really felt like they kind of fucked up just from like the sound mix. Like as soon as Heroes came in, it just sounded so thin and
It
like,
was very
airy.
thin, yeah.
And then same thing with Wake Up. Like that
Yeah.
song should sound fucking
So
enormous.
big, yeah. Who else? David Byrne and Robin, wasn't great. B-52s were fun.
So good.
They were very good. Devo was like fun. So much of it was like dependent on the mix of the shows. Like,
Yeah.
like Devo
I mean, Mark
was good,
Mothersbaugh
but
can't really sing that great anymore.
Yeah.
But they went out there and fucking put
they
on a
did
show.
it, and it was fun.
Uncontrollable Urge is a great song.
yeah.
They come in to play the theme from Ridiculousness.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this
yeah,
song." Rob
Jeff
Deerdeck
Tremaine
was in
is
the
like,
crowd.
fuck yes.
I'm about to watch someone get fucking bent in half on a trampoline.
Yeah, the B-52s was fun, but yeah, they just like everyone just like stayed in one spot, and it was just like
They're 80.
awkward. I don't know.
What do you
dude.
expect from an 80-year-old Fred
I wanted
Schneider?
a little bit more, dude. Just some energy, a little bit more energy from everybody,
They
from
brought
like
the
literally
lobster
every performer. Like it just felt like it died a little bit early, and I think it was because of Jelly Roll.
Unrelated though,
Unbelievable.
if you're talking about
I'm going to
old,
give it an 8, even
Okay.
8.
All right.
and unrelated though, if you're talking about old people, Paul McCartney did 3 like small venue shows this week, like announced them the day of, sold tickets only in person, like 500 cap room. I don't know if it somehow coincides with the SNL thing, but talk about a dude that still has energy at 80. That
Yeah.
guy fucking still brings it.
They could have brought Paul McCartney.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't, honestly.
Yeah,
It's SNL.
They
you know?
could have. Yeah.
Yeah. A Beatle.
They could have
Come
got
on.
him.
Yeah, they could have got him.
Yeah. Jage, what would you?
Oh, my
what would you
rating.
rate it?
Yeah, I skimmed a little bit more. I'm gonna watch the full thing, but you know, from what I saw, it wasn't a total train wreck. I kind of think the LA thing was a little bit more chaotic and also lengthy and drawn out and whatever. But I'll split the difference between you guys and give it like a 7.2 or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Also, I think I forgot to shout out Bad Bunny. We didn't talk about
Oh,
Bad
Bad Bunny was great.
I don't know much about that guy, but his voice is fucking awesome.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's
Like,
so good.
Like, I didn't understand a word of what
Yeah, I
he said,
know.
and I was captivated.
It's the kind of
And
shit
the
I
band
want.
was
though.
sick?
The band was good.
Is
yeah.
it just a?
Not really. No, it's like
Okay.
No.
more like more
right.
musical. Like he has a bunch of horns.
Yeah.
They're big dude on the bongos.
Yeah, they had
Like,
a big
I like
man.
that guy.
He was in this fucking sick like pink suit.
Oh, hell
yeah.
yeah.
Like, Mi corazón, you know, shit like that. I fucking loved it.
It was
I like
great.
that.
Yeah.
What I think one of the things that I liked about it so much is it just showed how much talent there like is like Will Ferrell hasn't been in a funny movie in what feels
long
like 20
time.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still hilarious.
Yeah.
And then like seeing Anna Gasteyer, who has like disappeared basically,
Yes.
and like wow, she's still hilarious.
Yes.
And then all these great musicians, and it just made me think like the industry sucks so bad now at creating good things for these people to do.
Yeah.
Like we're tapping
true.
into like 5% of these people's talent, and it was just cool to see a venue where like it was a little looser, it was a little less managed.
Yeah.
That like when people got the opportunity to just do their thing, it was
They could do
fucking
it
awesome.
still.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, maybe that matches the spirit of SNL because SNL
Yeah.
is definitely. I mean, it's a buttoned-up production, obviously, but SNL is like the spirit of it is it's live. It's very impromptu, it's
Especially
very whatever.
like in the older days.
Yeah,
when, like
for
you
sure.
could like sneak out. Like there's a lot of stories now where like the culture at SNL is just so brutal.
Yeah.
Like writers like will like fucking cut you down to try to get their shit on
yeah,
and stuff like that.
So stupid.
But yeah, I think that's what I responded to as much. Like for 3 hours, I was surprised at like I didn't really ever get bored, and there was like people that I don't really listen to.
Yeah.
And like the people that I didn't listen to were better than a lot of the people I did listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Brandy Carlisle, I don't listen to, but fucking
She was
holy
great.
shit,
Yeah.
her voice
That
is
was a
insane.
great performance.
yeah.
But that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Like the old cast members, kind of like getting another spotlight. I kind of now that you say that, I wish there was a little bit more because Anna Gasteyer was like one of the funniest people on SNL.
God.
Chris Parnell coming back. Chris Parnell is one of the funniest dudes.
Snack
ever.
attack, motherfucker!
Yeah, dude.
So good.
I fucking love Chris Parnell, and I did have like watching him come out. I was like, when's the last time I saw Chris Parnell? Like he had like all those cameos in like Anchorman and like
Yeah.
Hot Rod. And I'm like, they don't fucking make movies like Hot Rod anymore.
No,
Like,
they
yeah,
make
okay.
Daddy Daycare.
Yeah,
where,
Daddy.
like I don't even know what the
Seven.
fuck this
Yeah.
shit is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. Just go watch that Jelly Roll performance. I promise you, dude. It was so fucked up.
The
Turning-
jelly
I
has
was-
gone sour in
I
this
mean,
roll.
let me say. I'll say one more thing about it. I was so
You don't think
I
you've
was
hit
at-
it all?
I was at a party last night, so I was a little
Humble
bit drunk.
brag.
chewed it up.
No,
God,
I
you
was
gotta see
Check
this
this
shit.
out.
No, I was at a party last night, so I came back home and I was a little bit drunk, and I fell asleep on the couch, and I watched Jelly Roll, and then I fell asleep on the couch, and then woke up during the Snoop Dogg Jelly Roll part. So I like woke up to like this insane thing happening on TV, and I just started laughing my ass off like as soon as I woke. So I did watch it again this morning, but maybe my initial like reaction to it was like I'm drunk. I just
Yeah.
woke up.
I'm
from
going
a nap.
in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, just like
Jelly Roll. Has he
is
been
this
playing for 3 hours?
Is this even real? The last thing I saw was Jelly Roll on stage by himself. Now I'm seeing him with Snoop Dogg. It's like,
Did he
was
just do this
a
whole thing?
Yeah, it's just imprinted in your mind there for 3 hours, and they're like,
just
and Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll again?
Is this thing just Jelly
It's
Fest?
Yeah, Jelly Fest 2025. That will happen. Too.
Jelly 50, dude.
Jelly 50.
Project 150 for Jelly Roll.
Yeah, so that's SNL 50.